Oh yeah, welcome to How Can She Snap? The Marvel Snap podcast dedicated to the filthy casual. I'm one half of the Super Snap Bros. My name is The Kid. I'm here with my brah, Mr.
No big deal, baby.
Oh yeah, he's here.
We're here.
This week we got a nice episode for you. We're gonna be talking about the meta, what we've been playing this week, kind of same as always. We're going to talk about Legion and how surprising that card has been over the past couple of days. We're also going to get into the spotlight casters that are upcoming, and we're going to talk about our favorite cards at each energy cost. I was going to say power, but I'm an idiot. That's it for this week. Let's get it. The Kid. All right. No big deal. Brother.
What's up, broski?
How you been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Did some relaxing. Did a little bit of snapping. Did some Diablo in. A lot of
That's
working.
all right.
All the fun things.
That's all right. I got a split a fire variant yesterday. My first rainbow Kirby Crackle.
Oh baby.
And it also was ink on top of the Kirby Crackle. I got super friggin' lucky.
I'm a sick variant too because a lot of people are rocking the hot tub one, but
yeah.
I like this one better too. I think the hot tub one might have been a bundle, before we started playing. I think that's why so many people have it.
Yeah.
But this is the Sunspot variant. This is the one, and it looks sick and kind of just kind of embodies the character.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, I think I'm done with it. Like, I can't upgrade this variant anymore. It's done.
No, it's perfect.
I gotta find a new one to upgrade. But yeah, super lucky. I have one other Crackle only, and it's black Crackle on Arrow, and you can't really see that. So, but
yeah, that one's miserable. You showed me before recording. Yeah, it looks terrible.
Anyways,
I don't like the work split too. The rainbow one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like the prism in the back. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. This one's sick though, so I'm happy. But I'm not complaining. It's all cosmetic.
Unreal, yeah.
I mean, enough about the cosmetics, the shenanigans. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This week you've been playing a little bit more. I know you've been busy. You were getting married, had a little mini honeymoon.
Yeah.
Now back to the snap grind.
Yeah, I did some little bit of snap. We're getting back into it. We're still infinite, so I did some conquesting.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I definitely played a good amount of Phoenix Force.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right about Phoenix Force. I simply could not make it work. I tried a bunch of different builds. I even just copied some builds online. I was like, all right, maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't like it. It's too many conditions. Literally everything you said of, hey, why don't I just play Hella? Like that's towards the end, I'm like, man, if I was just playing Hella right now, like I'd be crushing. Like, I love that Hella deck, and even Mr. Negative, like, it's just so you need to have the card to kill, and I was running like 3 in the same deck. Then you need to destroy it, and then you need to play the Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
And then you might even need to play like a Ghost Spider or something like that, or you need to move it. So you got to play the, and it's just like, maybe you got to play Shuri before you play the Phoenix Force, So that, are we talking 4 or 5 combo pieces? Like, may as well just play Wong at that point, right? Echoes out, play Wong. Like nobody's playing Arrow, you should be fine,
I mean, it's like the way I look at it, and I agree with you 100%. And I was wishing that I was wrong because this is a really cool card in concept. But yeah, I played a bunch like the first few days after the podcast. Like I played a bunch of Phoenix Force, and I couldn't get it to work. I tried my own shells, which were obviously probably bad. I net decked a bunch of like the top Phoenix Force decks, me in quotes for people that are listening. And it just felt bad. And every time, I just wished it was another card. I'm like, oh, if another card was in here, it'd probably be better. Because the way I look at it is for these very combo centric decks, what that is, if you want to go the Phoenix Force route, like if you're going to have a combo, even to get the Hella combo, you need 3 cards by turn 6, right?
Yeah.
You need Invisible Woman, MODOK, Hella. Yeah. That's hard enough to do as it is. With the Phoenix Force, if you want to combo off with that, you need 3 cards by turn 4. Like,
yeah,
it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
And
4
you
gives you
could,
that
I mean, you
airplane
could do it a
feeling.
little bit later too, but and I understand that those decks have other win conditions, sure. But if you're gonna have other win conditions, you might as well make it more consistent. Like if you're
Yeah,
playing
why not
Shuri
use those
Nimrod
win conditions? Yeah.
and make that other part of the deck more consistent, it's just a better deck, in my opinion. Maybe there'll be more cards coming out later, in the next months or so
Yeah,
that
it really only
will be
takes
good.
one card that it could copy that could break that card wide open for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but to your point of the combo ness of it is like, it's kind of interesting. Some archetypes do have some natural synergy, like destroy with Thanos, for example, right? These are two like different archetypes, but they kind of work together because Thanos clogs the board. Same with destroy and junk, for example,
yeah,
right? But like move and destroy are combo decks on their own. Like
yeah,
move, you need a bunch of combo pieces just to make the move cards work, and
yep,
destroy, you need a bunch of combo pieces just to make the destroy cards work. And
yep.
they don't really go together at all, I'm finding. Like, I don't want to destroy my move cards, really. Like, what name one move card you're like happy to destroy? Like they're like, you kind of want them out. Like, I don't know, you're not clogging the board that much with them, like where you
Yeah,
have to destroy them. So,
yeah.
it's already kind of tough that way. And yeah, I don't know. It feels awkward all around. And maybe I'm playing it wrong. If people are having success, I'm sure Cozy's got some 57%. I played 85 games, whatever. Like, I don't know. For me, I couldn't find the success there.
Neither could I, and I really tried it. I
Yeah.
really wanted it to be good because it is a
Yeah.
really cool card.
The
And
text is really cool. Yeah.
yeah, I've heard
And I
people
love that they
also.
lowered the cost too.
Yeah, I think that's great. So I think like hopefully in the future it'll be like
Mhm.
there'll be some decks where it's like, oh, this is a good card.
Yeah.
Maybe once they, I don't know if this will help it a bit, but once they change the bug where like if you like say Arnim Zola for and then it destroys it and makes copies, the copies can't move. That's a bug that they'll change.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never tried to Zola it.
The copied one, or whenever it gets copied from however you do it, the copied one doesn't move. That's a
Mm.
bug. So that'll make it a little bit better. I don't think it'll catapult it into okay to play. And I was also another thing I've heard people talk about, and I was thinking about this quite a bit actually. I've heard people say that it's like just power creep on Vision and maybe Captain Marvel, and maybe Captain Marvel and Vision need to be changed. And
Mhm.
like I think maybe even we were guilty of that, saying it's just power creep initially, when it was a five.
Yeah, yeah, when we
Like,
read
oh,
it. Yeah.
yeah, I think we probably said that too. So I'll walk that statement back, and
Yeah.
the more I think about it, the more I don't think at all this is power creep. I think
No.
Vision is probably better than this card right now, simply because it's one deck slot,
Yeah.
and it just like I know Vision's underplayed and Vision's probably underpowered,
Mhm.
for as a card in this, but
Yeah.
for Phoenix Force, you need more than one card, first of all, for it to
Mhm.
even, get any value. And Vision, and then so you need more than one deck slot, right? And in a 12 card deck, that's pretty, a high what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It sucks to
And
use more than one deck slot.
yeah, there's only 12
It's
cards. Yeah.
it's important, right?
Not a lot of
And
room. Yeah.
yeah, and even like Captain Marvel, like I mean that it's a 6 cost, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
think it's not worth it at this
Even
point for Phoenix Force. I'd rather play the other cards.
even a piggyback on that point, like, what I didn't realize when we were saying that at first, when we kind of read the card and had that impression, a lot of people did, was that the second line of text on Phoenix Force says, in order to move it, you have to destroy something. So, Captain Marvel always moves to the lane that you need her to. And Vision, you get to move every turn no matter what. You just simply just need to have the card and you can move it no
Yeah.
matter what. But Phoenix Force is a conditional move. So if you just play it out, it's only a 4/5. Like if you just play this card and you didn't destroy anything, it's simply a 4/5. It's an
Ha-
enchantress with no effect.
Have
You
you
know?
done that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I never did that. I always waited to play it because I never wanted to play it
Yeah, I had a
myself.
few turns where I just had nothing else to do, and so we should get 5 power out there, and it sucks. And
Yeah, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
way rather have a Vision or a Captain Marvel in that scenario.
That
So
card can move each turn. Yeah,
yeah, because they just move all, like, no matter what they can move. So
yeah,
yeah, that's another thing where is it power creep, but it's a conditional, and those are those all, especially Captain Marvel, like that's like an end of the game thing. At least maybe Vision.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could like find a way to. Well, no, actually, they both could just always move. You can't
Yeah.
counter their movement. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's power creep at all. And I would even argue that this is worse than those cards. I
Yeah.
mean, now it's a 4 cost, so it's like a completely different thing.
Yeah. I
Like
don't know. Yeah.
you can't put them in the same, it's like, oh, is Shang-Chi better than
Mhm.
Vision? They're different cards, obviously.
Mhm.
But from before, like I just kind of want to run that back, and I
Yeah.
don't think this is power creep on those cards.
So yeah, I
But
mean,
yeah,
we had these big OTA changes.
yeah,
I mean, all kinds of new stuff to play. I mean, there's this Magic stuff going on.
yeah,
I've seen Cerebro 2 pop up because Magic is a
yes,
2, which makes
and
sense.
Spider Ham.
Yeah, I didn't think of Spider Ham, but the second I saw Magic 3 2, I didn't want to meme too much on the last pod, but I mean, my first thought was, yeah, Cerebro, because it's location control, and number two doesn't actually have the location control. This it was a staple card in Cerebro 3 Magic
Yeah,
at 5/3, just
yeah,
because you get the location control and extra draw for Cerebro.
mhm.
So that's kind of interesting. I was thinking, yeah, I could play C2, but I've played a lot of C2. A lot of people are playing Destroy. Uh, I think the
I'm seeing a
destroy thing
ton
is
of
kind of
destroy.
interesting. I think like destroy and move right now are kind of interesting as just decks that were pretty decent already, but now
Yeah,
Kitty and Evo got nerfed, so they might actually be just really good right now.
yeah.
So I wanted to play something totally different. So I ended up crafting this Nick Fury list,
I'll pull it up.
and it's called "It's My Beer." Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yeah. Yes,
Samuel Jackson. Sorry, I'm sorry, Luna. But
that's
yeah,
okay.
so
My dog's
yeah,
barking.
again, Bart she doesn't like Samuel Jackson, unfortunately, but
My
uh,
beer.
very big Chappelle fans. But this deck's really
Good.
fun. It's kind of like a basic Rocks and Hawks, that you've seen before, but it's got some fun things. Spider Ham.
Why don't you say the
And
cards? Say the deck. You want me to read
okay,
it out?
first we got sorry, so it's kind of small, but
I'll read
I
it.
could I pretty much know the deck. So it's Korg and Quinjet. And then we got
Yeah.
Spider Ham at 2, Zabu, Armor, and then Mystique and Cosmo for 3 costs. And then the 4 costs, we got Zabu deck. So it's Darkhawk, Moon Girl, Nick Fury,
My
and
beer.
Rock Slide. And then just Devil Dino at the 5. So there's only 2 cards that add to your hand. So I didn't put Collector in there for that reason. But the cards that do, I mean, Nick Fury adds 3, and Moon Girl often adds 3 as well. So still like very easy to just have a full hand and have a huge Dino in this deck. And playing Nick Fury after Dino is kind of interesting too, because you can kind of guarantee that you have 7 at the end, and if you have a Mystique out, that gets pretty crazy. So really cool deck, and the idea was I want to throw a bunch of rocks in their deck. That's never fun for anybody, especially with playing destroy combo. You don't want to draw a rock, and then Spider Ham never hits a rock. So, you're drawing these shitty rocks, and then the cards that you have in your hand get whacked with the mallet. So you don't really have anything to play. That's what I was thinking with this deck. And then I'm throwing out Darkhawks and Dinos and like a medium amount of power. And
Yeah.
you protect it with Armor and Cosmo, like the Shuri decks did, because Darkhawk and Dino are getting Shang-Chi'd every time, so you got to protect them. And if if they get Shang-Chi with Prio and you have Mystique, your Mystique gets cucked too now. So I
Yeah.
think it's important to protect those cards. And yeah, I mean it's 3-0 in Conquest. I'm gonna try, keep rolling with it, see how far it can go. And it's really easy to play, fun. Nick Fury's like crazy in here. Like he goes really hard in this deck with
Oh
Quinjet,
yeah.
and yeah, it's nuts. So
Is he?
you
Do you
get
find you're winning off cards that you're getting from him a lot of times, or are you
yeah,
just keeping
or
those cards in your hand for a bigger dino?
yeah, I'd say it's half and half. Yeah,
Yeah.
half the time he just juice, because if you have Dino Mystique out, like it's an actual stupid amount of power, right? Like you could
Yeah.
get like 8 to 12 power, just not including the Nick Fury stat line, in two
Yeah.
different lanes. So you could kind of have 3 lanes of power just from playing Nick Fury, which is kind of nuts. But a lot of time, I had like a Giganto win.
Great.
Just, you know what I mean, like just shit like that. You just nobody's ready. I had an Orca win, like
That's great.
like yeah,
Yes.
You get some wild
Nobody's
ones.
ready. Yeah.
One time even just played helicarrier, like, just needed the 10 and then
Yeah.
just played a helicarrier,
That's
so,
awesome. The
yeah, so, yeah, I say half and half, but he's great. 4.5 is actually really nice, for him, unlike the Phoenix Force with all these conditions, he's
yeah.
just always feels nice, with the 4.5, so.
Did you get Agatha?
No, I haven't got her yet, so lucky. I've gotten lucky that way, yeah, I haven't got
So
Agatha,
uh,
uh, yeah.
that's a couple things. A couple things that to kind of comment on and ask you about in this deck. A,
Mhm,
a couple cards maybe to try. I'm
mhm.
thinking right now. I'm trying to lab in my head.
Yeah, no, super flex.
Magic might be cool in this deck
Yeah.
because then you can Devil Dino on 6 or Devil Dino
Mhm,
Korg, whatever, and then you
mhm.
can Mystique and Fury on 7.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
kind of cool.
yeah, Magic would be
That's like
interesting.
12 power.
You could probably take Cosmo out for her if you wanted
Yeah,
to take a card out. I think the
yeah.
Cosmo is definitely cuttable.
And
I had a
the
lot
other
of fun with
one,
them against Destroy, but you could cut Cosmo
yeah,
here for sure.
the other one I was thinking about, which when you were talking about, disrupting their hand, Spider
Mhm,
Ham, them drawing rocks,
mhm.
your boy,
Which one?
the mold, Master Mold.
Oh,
Your
interesting. Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
favorite card. If you're throwing rocks in their hand, you're hamming them. You want to
Yeah,
gum up
Ham's
their hand
never
a
gonna
bit.
hit the Sentinel. Yeah,
No, no.
yeah. I like that a lot. That's a cool tech.
That's a
I'd
good
like to try
disrupt,
that.
and it's good for Garcock too because they
Mhm.
draw less, right? If you gum
Yeah,
up
if you
their
could
hand.
clog their hand totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So yeah, I don't know, those might be cool in here, but I don't know if
mhm.
it's you're 3-0, so like I'm not trying to make it better. I'm just saying
Yeah,
cool
it runs
things.
pretty nice. I mean, nobody's expecting the Cosmo now. That nobody runs it, and
Yeah.
it wrecks a lot. Like the people are playing hella. Like people are playing Destroy. Like
Yeah.
Cosmo dummies these decks like
Yeah.
really bad. So
Yeah.
people are playing their decks as if Cosmo doesn't exist, as they should. He pretty much doesn't, but he does in this deck. So uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so does armor.
Yeah, armor too. Yeah, and they just, if nothing else, there's so much Shang-Chi. So every
Yeah.
every single player I played had Shang-Chi on all three conquests that I played. Just everybody's running it. So uh, yeah,
How do you
as
feel
as
about
you
the
said, you had him in the top 10. I think you were right to put Shang in the top 10. That card's nuts. I
Yeah,
still got punched a few times, even with Cosmo and armor. So it's a good card.
he's crazy.
Yeah.
And how's Moon Girl work out in this deck?
She's good. I felt like since I only have 2 hand size cards, I need like the really extreme ones.
Mhm.
So yeah, I definitely like, you want to copy Dino and Hawk are the main targets, or just even double Mystique's pretty nice because that's a turn 6 play.
Yeah.
So Mystique, Hawk, Dino is what you're targeting, and then obviously they all get reduced with Quinjet as well. So yeah,
Yeah. That's great. These decks are always fun. You know,
yeah. And far from
no
optimal too. I mean, you could sub all kinds of stuff out of here. This is the first draft.
Agent Coulson. He's great.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what
I
you'd take
know, I
out
know,
for
I know.
Colson.
I know. I'm just talking shit. I just
Mhm,
love Coulson.
mhm.
This is yeah. These decks are always. I've always had a lot of fun with these kind of decks where you generate random cards in the hand size decks. I like them.
Yeah, Colson, you could have a 2 cost, 4 drop, right? Because you have Zabu and Quinjet, and they get double reduced. So that's like kind of a cool thing with Agent Colson, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
true.
it's interesting. Maybe you take Moon Girl out for him, right? I don't know. Mhm.
I don't know. You're 3-0 with this deck. So three tickets or three 3 matches.
3 matches, 3 matches. No, I lost a few
Okay.
games in there, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
three like full matches.
No, I meant like three. Like, are you like 3 tickets under like 3 tickets full, or like just? I understand you lost games within the matches, but
3
you've
tickets, yeah,
gone. Oh, you got 3 tickets.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, not like if there's a gold conquest, like that's 3 separate matches.
Oh no, no, 2 tickets, 2 tickets.
Okay,
Three conquests, 30
okay,
30 HP.
okay. 30 HP. All right,
Yeah.
good, good, good. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah, oh, it's okay.
I just didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know if you meant like one like conquest like match that's 10 HP or like one
Yeah.
full or like 3 full gold runs or something.
No, 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 no,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
Okay,
played.
okay.
It's a lot of time. I haven't played that much yet, but yeah.
Bro, I don't play
Yeah,
I really
yeah,
don't play conquest. I don't have,
yeah.
and nobody got time for that.
Mhm,
The kid doesn't.
mhm,
I just grind the ladder and just be an idiot.
mhm,
And once in a while play conquest.
mhm.
Um, Yeah, I just play a little bit more Thanos, but just like kind of liking that and destroy, having fun with those kind of decks. And then Legion came out and Glenn posted on Twitter and I sent you the thing
Mhm,
that he's like, "Yes, I'm getting this question a lot. Yes, if you play Storm on 4 and Legion on 5, then turn 6 is flooded." And when
mhm.
I saw that, I screenshotted it, sent it to you, and I'm like, "I'm getting this card now."
Yeah,
Immediately, like
yeah,
100%. I'm gonna
that's
be
so
a
good.
degenerate. Um, and this card, dude, I played with him the
Mandatory
past
Jeff in
couple
that
days.
deck. With Storm
Ye-
and Legion, you
oh
have to play
yeah,
Jeff.
mandatory,
Yeah,
mandatory.
yeah.
Um, we're recording this on Wednesday, so I've had a couple days to play with him,
Mhm.
dude. I think we were. I'll say I think I was completely wrong about him.
Yeah.
Is he like the best card ever? No. Is he a good card? I think he's a good card, man. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think he would be a good card, but I was definitely open to the possibility of some cool combos, and 5/8's nothing to sneeze at, right? So,
I was
uh,
a complete idiot. I
mm,
thought he was just a meme. I'm like, he's gonna be a meme, whatever. It looks like a stupid YouTube highlight card.
mhm.
Yeah, 5'8". I severely underestimated, which is stupid. Like underestimated, like 8 power on five is like not bad. It's
Yeah.
good. And you combine that with disruption, like it's it's wild.
Well, it's a new kind of disruption we're not really used to in the game. Like most location control cards only touch one location.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, you influence the game a decent amount, but there's still two other locations out there. But
Yeah.
Legion is completely different. If there's one location that favors you at all, you can just have three of them, and that's kind of sick. And no other card in the game does that. Every other card
Yeah.
in the game that does location control only hits one location. So
Yeah.
the fact that you could to get three that you like is for five and a 5/8 again respectable. So even if it's like just a little bit of edge, like you get like 2 power out of it. That's
Yeah.
5/10. You're kind of chilling, right? So
Yeah. So like not only that, so like there's the storm shenanigans, which
yeah,
is amazing.
yeah, yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
really
It's Galactus 2.0, I think. It's
is.
just it's just it's egregious, and when you do it, it's hilarious. Um
Oh god, you're making
so
me want to buy the card. I do have like 12K tokens. I mean, I could just buy it, right? It's like 3K, right?
yeah, he's 3K. So there's that. That's why I bought him. I wasn't gonna do the spotlight cash. I mean, I have the other cards in the
Yeah.
caches. So there was no need to roll. But if he was 6K, I wouldn't have bought him. 3K,
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, I'm buying him
Yeah.
with the tokens. So there's not only the storm shenanigans, which is hilarious and great, right?
Mhm.
And then you can play Jeff. You have a Sunspot Nebula down usually too. So like you're
Mhm.
chilling at that point. Then there's what you said. If there's one good location that favors you,
Mhm.
you can play him on that, and then you get that good location.
Yeah.
That's great too. Then there is on top of it, if there's a bad location on there for you that's screwing you like negative zone, and your
Mhm.
opponent has Luke Cage, well now you play Legion on another one, no more negative zone for you,
Yeah.
and then you can surprise beat them in that lane that they thought they won with their Luke Cage.
Mhm.
And also, another thing is you can screw people, and there's already great YouTube highlights with this kind of stuff. You can screw over your opponents with locations. Like if
Mhm.
there's Central Park or
Yeah.
Savage Land,
Mhm.
like you get three Savage Lands, it puts Raptors in their side and fills up the board. Same with the squirrels, like it just fills up the board. There's nothing they can do.
But you get the squirrels too, though,
Yeah,
right?
but
So
if you're playing this card, you're having like, it's a lot I've seen a lot of the early decks are like kind of lockdown-ish based. So they'll
yeah.
have cards like that can scale like Sunspot, Nebula, that kind of stuff.
Do you play Jean Grey in your build? Or
I haven't. No, I've net decked off three people. So
yeah,
one, obviously Lambie series.
yeah,
I'll read out his deck.
the
This
goat.
one this one's fun. He's just basically put him in a good cards deck is what he said basically.
Okay.
Korg, Zabu, Jeff, Killmonger, Darkhawk, Shang-Chi, Enchantress, Rockslide, Iron Lad, Legion, Doctor Octopus, Chavez. He
Mhm.
did specifically say that this was more geared towards conquest.
Mhm.
He has a Doc Ock in there. He said because a lot of people in Conquest are playing combo centric decks, and
Yeah.
this messes them up. And
Mhm.
then I think he initially posted this and said it was fine. And like a couple hours later, he reposted something and is like, "All right, Legion's actually pretty legit. Like not a meme. Like I actually think he's a good card."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I can
th-
see it.
th- yeah, this deck's just been fun, and you can Iron Lad the Legion too, which is always hilarious.
That would be hilarious
It
on
happened to me
4.
once. It was so funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was great. And so he doesn't have the Storm Lockdown version.
Okay.
This is just a good cards deck with Legion as like a 5/8, which is great to play on his own with some disruption.
I guess the idea is, as long as you're ahead by turn 5, right? Then you kinda
Yeah.
can secure the game with the Legion.
Yeah, and I've played quite a few games with just this
Mhm.
deck, and like a lot of times I've never played Legion and still
Mhm.
won. I won a lot with
Yeah.
this deck just by itself.
Mhm.
You don't need the Legion, which is, obviously that's why it's a good deck.
Mhm.
It's not just based around one card. But he just adds to it. Then Dara made a list, and
Mhm.
he like I didn't have as much success as him with this list. I was probably just playing it wrong and being an idiot. But he like went on a tear with this. I think he lost like 3 games in like 2 hours or something. It
Mhm.
was like so. I'll read it out: Sunspot, Nebula, Ebony Maw, Jeff, Lizard, Silk, Storm, Maximus, Spider Man, Legion, Doctor Doom, Chavez.
Oh, I like this. This is my kinda list right
Dude, this list. This is the one I played the least, though. To
This
be
is
fair,
the
so
kind of shit I like to play.
yeah, I never got into the groove of this list. I
Yeah.
just played. I played maybe 5 or 6 games,
Oh,
and
that's
I
making me wanna buy the
I
card.
think I won like 4 out of 6 or something. So like, it wasn't like
Nice.
amazing or anything, but um, and some of them were close, and I feel like I was making mistakes. So this one playing this more would be great because like
Is he playing Storm? Sorry?
Storm, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he is, okay, yeah. Oh, okay,
So I
yeah,
got the nullified storm. It's
your
too
variant,
sick.
yeah, your variant was throwing me off. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
there's the Storm Legion combo.
Mhm,
Spider-Man locks down lanes. Maximus is just for power. You don't care. Ebony Maw
mhm.
is just for power. You know, because if you're gonna Legion, you just want to get ahead. Basically, you're throwing the cards down to get ahead, and you Legion on the Storm.
Yeah,
And
Silk can hop into the Ebony lane too, or you throw
yeah.
Ebony on top of a Sunspot or a Nebula is kinda nice too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Silks is a great like 2/5. Lizard's good for Storm lane always, right? Because they have trouble filling it up.
Mhm,
Doctor Doom's good for that as well. Yeah, just good. Just good.
mhm,
It's a great lockdown list. It's fun.
mhm.
Um, and then another one. This one's been my favorite one actually. Safety Blade posted this.
Oh, okay.
It's the most unique I think, but it's great. So Sunspot, Nebula, Armor, Jeff, Silk, Storm, Juggernaut, Professor X, Spider Man,
Cool.
Legion, Leader, Chavez.
Oh, okay. Full
This deck
lockdown.
is good, dude. I won a lot of games with this list.
Mm,
It was feeling really, really good. You basically just get ahead, and you can either Legion, do the Storm Legion shenanigans, or you just get ahead with your good cards. Armor is to save Nebula, Sunspot, Storm
mhm.
Juggernaut combo. Silk can always hop into those lanes. Jeff to go into lanes you can't get into. Spider Man on 5. You just get ahead, and then you lead her on 6 and win.
Yeah,
Basically,
I like it.
it's it's fun. It's sick. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, this is like half the same list as the my most played deck, which is
the
the high
lockdown.
evo control.
Yeah,
Because Nebula, Spider-Man, Professor X, like yeah, I mean these cards are awesome. And then yeah, Storm. You guys instead of Storm Cyclops, it's Storm Jugger.
yeah, and I think even like putting Legion in a high Evo deck too, when you get the Cyclops and stuff,
Oh,
just going off.
yeah, I kind of
If
like
you put Storm in one lane, Cyclops in another lane, you have Nebula or something. He's just Cyclops just popping off.
that.
So I don't know, man. This card's fun, and I want to play with him more.
Mhm,
So yeah, I think just a lot better than what we expected
mhm.
personally. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, so that's kind of meta how we've been so far. Oh yeah, are you gonna do Infinity Conquest soon? Infinity's open, isn't it?
I don't know if it's open, but yeah, I'm definitely
Hmm.
gonna run it for sure. Yeah.
It's open.
Oh, nice. Yeah. By the end of the season, I'll be in there for sure. Yeah.
Mm.
It's really fun. Like it was a blast last season. So I got to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just don't know what deck I'm gonna play. I might have to buy a Legion. I might have to pay to win. We'll see.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I saw that new bundle. There's like a Shang-Chi bundle or something. And like,
Oh God, I wasn't. That was like the one that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show some restraint.
why? It looks decent. It's got 3,500 credits, right?
Yeah,
And it's
3,500
spotlight
gold.
shit now. I think credits kind of matter a lot because of spotlight caches.
Yeah,
So 1,000 tokens and 35, and
I
not that I already have like 2K gold saved up, so
I
I
wasn't gonna
I,
get
I
it,
wouldn't need to pay that much for it.
and then I saw what it looked like when it was animated. Have you seen this?
No, no,
Look at that.
it's kind of look like he's peeing, right?
Everything's on fire.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, eh?
The whole fire everywhere is moving. It just
Yeah,
the whole card's on fire. That's so sick. It's like
yeah,
the
it's real
sickest
sick.
animated card in the game, I think.
Yeah,
This is like ridiculous, man.
doesn't he look like he's peeing though? Like the.
No, he doesn't. Maybe because you're looking on a small screen or something. It
no,
is
I
not.
know.
It does not look like Taco Bell Modoc.
Just doing a little pee pee.
No, I don't.
It's like
I
a
don't.
puddle. There's like a puddle on the bottom, Like,
No, there's a ring of fire underneath him, or like the.
that's a puddle of pee pee.
I hate you.
No, it looks sick. It looks sick. I'm
So
joking.
it's sick. I love it.
Yeah,
Um. All right, let's go into our next topic here, man. Let's talk about the spotlight caches, the
sure.
ones that are coming up, the cards that are coming up in them, the new releases, and whether or not a couple of idiots, being you and me, think you should spend your very valuable resources
Yeah.
on this system here.
Well,
Let me pull it
before
up.
wait, real quick before that, but
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
same topic to close out the last one, do you think, a couple idiots, do you think the casuals should spend 3K on Legion?
Oh, that's kind of tough, actually. I was thinking about that earlier, and
Mhm.
I think not right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think wait a little bit.
Mhm. Yeah,
If
it's
you
fresh.
really
It's
think
only
you're
been a couple days, yeah.
like, would I spend 6K on him? Absolutely not.
Mhm.
Do I regret spending 3,000 on him? Absolutely not.
Mhm.
Like, I actually like one of the cards that I can't wait to play more. Like,
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with him.
Mhm.
I'm actually having more fun with him now than I did with Jean Grey. I mean, I
Yeah.
think Jean Grey's time will come. I really do.
Mhm.
Um, but Legion, like, just he's just a fun card, man. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
casual and you're in it for fun, yeah, he's an easy $3,000 buy.
Okay.
If you're buying him to want to be good and to fit into decks to compete, I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if he's gonna be if that's worth 3K at this point. You know,
I think the fun is the most important. So
I think
you've
so. Like
almost swung me on it. I mean, if I'm gonna be pushing Infinity Gauntlet, I might want a
it's
nice maybe Evo Legion list.
yeah, like it's
Sounds
just like
sounds good to me.
it's not just like the storm combo, which is hilarious. Like I played so many games and I got it off like
Yeah,
twice or something. Like you don't get it all the time and like different things happen. Um but like it's just all the other locations, the way you can just mess with the game is hilarious, man. It's so
yeah.
fun.
No, it sounds so
And
fun. I
and
mean,
even like it's a way to turn off magic too
mhm.
without them knowing.
Yep.
It's like you don't need Scarlet Witch, just Legion another area.
Yeah, we talked about that last pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there was a game where what's the Isle of Silence or whatever?
I don't
The
remember.
one where there's no ongoings.
Okay.
Like you're
Yeah.
not allowed to
Yeah.
have ongoings. I was playing
Yeah.
against a Darkhawk deck. And he Darkhawked and Mystique the Darkhawk. And he thought he was great. And then
Snap.
on turn 6,
Yeah.
I Legion the ongoing and
Yeah, it's
owned him.
over.
He gave me the fist bump though. He was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I
I think
can't
he
be
knew.
mad about that. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Nick Fury deck I was just showing. If you did that, like that's an auto loss. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. So it
Absolutely
was like
nothing you can do.
you do stuff like that and it's just like hilarious.
You
And a
can't
lot of
even
times
you can't even stop it with Cosmo because Cosmo's ongoing.
yeah, yeah, but he's an unreveal.
Yeah.
So like if Cosmo was already down, you couldn't.
No, it's ongoing. You can't. It's the Isle of whatever. You can't.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. I mean, like, but
unstoppable.
he's yeah. Legion's on reveal though, so if the Cosmo's already down, you can't play him in the Cosmo lane.
No, but the lane reads the ongoing effects are disabled,
Yes,
and Cosmo is an
I
ongoing
know,
card.
I know
Yeah,
that. You're saying just Cosmo in general. I played it on turn 6 though.
yeah. But I'm just saying, even if I wanted to stop it with Cosmo, I could not physically
Hmm.
stop it with Cosmo, no matter like in that exact game situation.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
could not.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're saying.
Legion OP.
Yep, OP as hail.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
no,
anyway, yeah.
yeah,
Let's
yeah,
talk about
yeah.
Spotlight.
Like would I buy 3,000? I personally, yes, I would buy him again. Do I think
Hmm.
people should? I'd say wait.
Yeah.
I'd say wait a week. Wait a week
Yeah.
and see.
Close.
Make
Yeah.
that decision. Monday during the day or
It's
Sunday
one of
night.
the for sure worth 1K. Definitely not worth 6. Maybe
Yeah,
3. We'll see. It's been a
yeah.
couple days. Yeah.
Like fun factor, worth 3 for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Competitive factor, I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe, maybe not.
I like having fun. I think I'm gonna buy it.
You're not dude. You spend 6K on Silk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Like
had a lot of tokens.
this is
We don't. The
easy.
tokens are more precious now. I had a
I
lot of
know.
tokens
Yeah,
at the time.
yeah. I hear you.
Mhm,
All right, let's talk about these the spotlight caches from the point of view of a couple of idiots.
mhm,
Um, let me just pull it up here. I think I got it right. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's talk about. So let's just start with this week.
mhm.
We have Legion, High Evolutionary, and Darkhawk. So pretty pretty sick week. As far as spotlight caches are concerned.
Do you want to just do like ratings off the top of the head? I mean, I'm just throwing this out there on the spot, but we
A
could do like
rating
maybe like
of
1 to 5. Like 5 is just windmill slam dunk,
like
definitely, and
send
then
it.
1 is like dog water trash. Don't buy
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We can
Okay.
do that. So I
So
think this one. And do we assume you have none of the cards?
um
Let's just do it for like. Let's just for the rating. Let's assume you have none of the cards, and then
okay.
we can just expand on it after.
Yeah, okay.
So I think this week is a 5. Easy,
Legion, High Evo, Darkhawk?
easy 5. If you don't have High Evo and you don't have Darkhawk, I mean, they're two of the best cards in the
Yeah,
game.
because those are
Like,
2 5s. Those are 2 must buy cards. So
yeah.
yeah, I
Like
agree.
if there's any week you're gonna be like, if you have none of the cards and you're like, oh, what am I spending? Like High Evolutionary, there's a ton of decks you can make, and he's still very good. Dark
Yeah.
Hawk is just the best 4 drop in the game.
Hmm.
Probably.
Yeah.
Aside from like tech cards like Shang Chi, but he's just so like I think this is a no brainer. And then like Legion is like a consolation prize, which honestly thought he would be a meme, but like he's not a meme. He's a fun
Yeah.
card to
Well,
play. Like
we just
pulling him,
talked
I
about
wouldn't
it,
be
right?
mad.
So pretty nice card. And I mean, the only other 4 drop that might be better than Darkhawk is actually in this set. High
Yeah,
Evolutionary.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes, he is. But I'm an
Yeah.
idiot.
Oh no, I agree. 5 for sure.
Like, yeah, I mean, so if you have like, let's say you have High Evolutionary, like, is it worth it to roll on just
No.
Legion and Darkhawk? Probably
Mm-mm.
not.
No.
If
They're
you,
both 3K. They're already 3K. So
yeah,
you should just buy a Darkhawk and like you said, just wait on Legion.
yeah, and if you have Darkhawk, is it worth it here to roll on High Evo? Probably not.
I would say yes.
Might be. It
It's
really depends on how bad you want it. Like,
well, actually, they said he was a big bad, right?
he is a big bad. Yeah,
To me, he's the best big bad. So
yeah, I think so.
I think a chance to get him without having to spend 6K, a card that's always going to cost 6K.
Yeah, no,
Um, I think that's
yeah,
the one big bad I would reach on. And a lot of people
yeah,
would say do it for Thanos, and I think that's fine too because Thanos is awesome. And
yeah.
I spent 6K on him, and I have not regret it. So, um, it's kind of like investment in the future, I guess. I mean, Evo just I love the card. So much fun, and it's so many different ways you could play it. So, uh,
It's a great card.
yeah, and they really didn't nerf it that hard. It's
No,
still really strong.
there's
And
still
so
multiple viable decks for it.
even Hulk is like really strong still. Actually,
Yep.
Wasp and Hulk are both still really strong.
Yeah.
And maybe in the future they'll touch up like Shocker or What's the other one? The Thing. I think Shocker and the Thing are the two that I can see them buffing them even in the
Dude,
future.
some people think the thing is OP and needed to be nerfed.
Oh, you think so?
There's a no, some people I've heard people say have that take. I don't think
Yeah,
so. I think the thing is fine. I don't think he needs to be buffed or nerfed.
I
He's
find him
all
very
right.
awkward. Like I feel like he's kind of like a 5'9",
Yeah.
So to me, it's a little bit awkward. But yeah,
So I would say like if you have Darkhawk, if you really want high Evo, maybe roll. I mean, and we're assuming that you have four and you're willing to commit four spotlight caches to get him. Because like
yeah.
you have to have four and be willing to commit four.
Well,
We're
let's put it
not
this
talking
way:
about rolling your one spotlight cache and hoping for a 25%.
if
Don't do that.
Evil's the only one you don't have, then I would say that's like a 3 out of 10 roll all of them. Like that's definitely not a fist pump. Definitely do it. But
Yeah.
I think probably I still would. Just because the card is it's a big bad. It's always going to be 6K. So
Yeah, if you
even
really
though we
want if
meme
you
about Monkey and Jeff, this one we know for sure is going to be 6K always.
yeah, if you really want him, then I'd say yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
But if you have none, I think this is probably one of the best ones.
yeah.
Like this is a no-brainer. If you have none of these cards and you have four spotlight caches, you're gonna be very happy at the end of this week.
Mhm.
You know. All right. Next week, July 31st to August 7th. Mirage is the new card. Mirage is a 2/2. On reveal, copy the lowest cost card in your opponent's hand into your hand and give it
Mhm.
+2 power. So I think this is gonna be a pretty good card too.
Does it say it can't go below 1?
It's +2 power. It doesn't reduce the cost.
Oh, sorry, +2 power. Okay, so
Yeah,
lowest
sorry.
cost doesn't. No. Oh, yeah. I was thinking with Quinjet, but yeah, then Quinjet can't go below 1 for sure. So,
Yeah, yeah. So whatever the
um,
lowest cost card is in your opponent's hand, whatever the lowest cost card is, you copy that into your hand and it gets +2 power.
yeah,
So this is Maria Hill power creep.
yeah. I mean, I think they nerfed Maria Hill in the last patch, so I don't know
Yeah.
what they were doing there. They nerfed Cable and they nerfed Maria Hill
Yeah.
already, and those were already bad cards. So
Cable's being changed in an upcoming patch.
they better. Like it's ridiculous that they
I
did
hope
so.
Maria Hill gets reverted.
Yeah,
But so Mirage before these OTAs, I would say is like one and done. Probably one of the best two drops. Like not auto include, but like a very good contender for you could almost put this in any deck and it'd be good.
hmm
Now with Spider Ham being a 2/2, it's like I don't know. What do you
yeah.
think?
She seems pretty good. I mean,
She
I don't
seems
think
pretty good.
she's a crazy like flashy card or anything that's gonna
No,
just break
no.
the game on her own. Like she's not like a hit monkey or a spider ham, right? Where you just outright win the game for you, right? But
Yeah.
it just seems like a solid 2 drop in a few different decks. And yeah, like you said, in the last meta, it'd be interesting, right? If you're playing like a bounce mirror or something, like I don't know, could be some interesting interactions there. But yeah, I think she's a good card.
Yeah, I think she's a good card. I think her stonks went down when Spider Ham went to 2/2
Mm.
because I would have played her a lot more. But now, if I'm thinking for a two drop, I'm choosing Spider Man over her most of the time. But I
Yeah,
mean, you can't go wrong for like you're gonna get a good card and it's gonna have +2 more power, right? It's a
yeah.
Wakandan Embassy on their lowest cost card.
Mhm.
So, and people aren't gonna be playing crap cards for the most part.
Yeah.
So I think Mirage is a pretty decent card. So this week, Mirage, Thanos, Master Mold. So Thanos, Unreal, one of the best cards in the game, and one of the most fun cards in the game, and most unique in that you just play him in a ton of decks, and you know, uh, just the stones make it a unique experience every time. And then Master Mold, your boy, not great, not a great card. Well, let's just be honest.
To
Maybe he'll
me, I would
this
give this one
variance
a
fire though.
assuming you have none of the cards, I'd give this one a 3.
Me too.
What I see, even though I just talked about Mirage and I think she's gonna be good, is she really gonna change your life or the way you play the game at all? Probably not. I see this as just Thanos. This is just Thanos.
Yeah.
That's it. Is yeah, Master Mold. I mean, it's rough, man. I don't know. It doesn't feel great.
You're a
Definitely,
sick
obviously,
variant
some
though.
niche uses, but uh, cool concept and might be really good in the future. But yeah, this is the Thanos with a couple Randy cards, and if you love Thanos, like go for it. But otherwise, and Mirage seems kind of good, so that's why I didn't go lower than 3. But I
I
would say 3 for me personally.
I agree 100%. If this
Yeah.
wasn't Thanos, if this was like another card, then
Hmm.
if this was Kang, I'd say this is a 1.
Yes. Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Galactus, maybe it's a 2. Because
yeah,
Galactus
yeah.
got some cool uses. Like
Yeah, but he's like okay, like
yeah.
um yeah, I think Mirage will be okay. Like I think like you pull Mirage, you're not gonna be sad about pulling Mirage. Let's put it
Right.
that
I
way.
agree. Yeah.
Master Mold, you pull him, you're gonna be sad about pulling Master Mold. If
Mirage
you
is like it's like
if you
stature. Like you're fine getting stature, right? Like she's pretty cool, but
yeah,
she's not like that fun.
yeah. And Thanos, you're just like pumped to get
Yeah.
Thanos. If you
Yeah.
have no cards and you have 4 spotlight caches, like and you do this and you really want Thanos, like you're gonna be happy at the end of the day. You're like, oh, Master Mold, you can play with him. He's fun once in a
Yeah.
while.
You probably got Ronin. You probably got him.
Yeah, and Mirage will be a good 2 drop.
Yeah.
Um for like the whales like me, the idiots, I am just gonna roll for this variant. This is a fire Thanos variant. I am such an idiot. I'm just gonna do it.
That sounds crazy. I would never do that. I could not bring myself because you might get a variant. Like, it's like you don't need to use like 40 caches for a variant.
It's a thousand. It's a thousand tokens.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm not gonna buy Mirage.
Hmm.
So like, and I'm just gonna like, if I roll the Thanos variant on the first one, great. Then I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm done rolling, and I'll
Hmm.
buy Mirage with 3K tokens later on in the week if she's good or if
Hmm.
she seems good.
Hmm.
If I get the 1,000 tokens on the spotlight cache, sure, right? Because they added that duplicate protection now,
Hmm.
so you can get 1,000 tokens. Fine. If I get the Master Mold variant, I'll be sad, but it's a pretty sick variant.
It looks kind of cool. Yeah, I actually like
It's a
that.
sick. It's a sick variant. I mean, it's
Yeah, I
not
like it
worth.
better than the Dan Hip one, actually.
Yeah, it's not worth the
Yeah.
the tokens, but this Thanos variant is so sick, and I don't have a Thanos variant. It's my favorite
Yeah.
card right
No, me,
now.
I don't have one either. Yeah.
So this one's just fire, man. I need it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I'm just gonna go. I'm not rolling on like the next month and a half, so
Mhm.
I'm fine doing it on this one.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think to get back
Well,
on track.
let's get to that. Let's get to the next month and what do we got next day? So you're saying the
Yeah,
next
we'll go
few are
next.
not great then?
Well, for me,
Yeah.
because
No,
I'm like
I haven't
I'm
looked. I haven't looked yet, so I'm
all
curious.
right. So Thanos, yeah, this 3. I agree with you. 3
Mhm.
out of 5. Next one, no new cards, because it's gonna be when Dakin gets released. So you have Galactus, Nimrod, and Spider Ham.
Mm.
You got a big bad, and you got 2 series 4s. Oh wait, Spider Ham's a series 5, probably. No, he's a series 4. He was direct to series 4.
3K, 3K, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you go
Um,
first since you're the Galactus and Destroy enjoyer of the two of us.
this one I'd say is a 2 to a 3, maybe a 2.5. I would say out of 5.
Hmm.
That would be my thing. Just cause like Galactus, if you like Galactus, it's a 5. If you really want to play Galactus, I mean, he's just that kind of card. You either love him or you don't love the playstyle.
Yeah, and
You know?
Spider Ham's in there too, right? It's not
Yeah.
like Galactus and two shit cards, right? Like Spider
Yeah.
Ham's in there. It's a
Yeah.
really
And,
good card.
and we're assuming if you have none of these cards.
Yes.
If you
Yeah.
like Destroy, if you like things blowing up, this is a 5 out of 5 week for you.
Hmm.
Spider Ham's a great card to get.
Hmm.
Great card. You throw him in any
Yeah.
deck. Even with a 2/2. Amazing card.
Yeah, he's
Nimrod.
fantastic still. Yeah.
Yeah. Nimrod recently got buffed. In Destroy decks with Shuri, he's really good. Now the bounce is gone. Even this was beating bounce, the Shuri Nimrod Carnage Venom kind of thing on.
Mhm.
Now with Magic, you can pull that combo off more. Um, Nimrod's stock has gone up. He's a decent card.
Mhm.
If you like destroying, if you like this kind of archetype, I think he's a good card. Is he like game breaking? No, but he's not like most consistent, obviously, but good card. And Galactus is, it's Galactus. I think he's still good. He's still good. He's not as good as he was before, which is good, for the game health.
Mhm.
If you like Galactus, go for it.
Mhm.
These variants, they're just amazing variants. The Kim Wasinto Galactus.
Oh,
This Nimrod variant. Yeah, here's the
yeah.
Galactus variant is fire. This Nimrod variant is sick.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah,
Spider Ham, Rian
yeah,
Gonzalez.
that's great.
Rian just making this rain. Look at it, it's cute. Just having to pick
Yeah,
it.
my first instinct is to say 2,
Yeah,
but it like you said, it all comes down to what you think about Galactus and Nimrod. I've actually played a lot of Nimrod. I've tried to make them work. I've never found a way to get him to win consistently. Personally, I've tried him in ramp. I've tried, destroy, shuri, everything. I like sometimes he goes crazy. Sometimes it just like doesn't work out. That's my experience with the card. But I do think he's a lot of fun. So I like Nimrod a lot. Obviously, he combos with Galactus too. Like you play him in the Galactus deck, so you kind of get some nice value on your Galactus there. If you love Galactus, this is definitely just the Galactus bundle. So if you're Galactus enthusiast, you're curious about the card. I definitely pulled it a couple times with Nick Fury, so I did have one Galactus win. So I have to play with him a little bit, but yeah, he's not for me. He's not. He doesn't fit my personal play style. So it's
yeah,
just total bias. I would say 2, not a 1, because I mean Spider Ham's in there. Nimrod's kind of fun. I'm not a big fan of Galactus personally.
yeah,
I don't hate him like I used to since they changed him. But I think he's a totally fine and like not toxic card anymore like he used to be.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, my closing thoughts on this is if you really want Galactus and you have 4 spotlight caches, great
Mhm.
bundle. This is a great bundle for you.
Yeah.
Go for it. He's a big bad. It's gonna be good. You won't be sad with Nimrod. He's fun, a lot of fun to destroy. You're definitely not gonna be sad with Spider Ham
Yeah.
if you pull him.
Mhm.
So if you're strictly going for Galactus, I think this is good for you. If
Mhm.
not, I would say don't open this. Don't
Mhm.
open one in this week.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want Galactus, like I don't know, spend the 3K on Spider Ham and that's it. Don't
That's
waste
my
your time with
instinct.
the other
Yeah,
cards.
I'm just saying, just buy Ham and move on. Like I would buy Ham over Mirage. I buy
Yeah.
Spider Ham over Legion. Like
Yeah.
even though I am gonna buy Legion now, you convinced me. But
I can't wait for you to
priority
play
wise,
him.
I would still take Ham first.
I
If
can't
I
wait
only
for you to
had
play
3K,
Legion. You're gonna play him and you're gonna have so much fun, dude.
I'm fired up. Yeah.
I'll send you the deck list. Anyways. So yeah, Spider Ham is the best card in this bundle, I think.
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, I would say unless you really want Galactus, don't waste your caches on this week.
Mhm.
August 14th to August 21st. So we have Lady Deathstrike. She is a 5/3 on
Oh, I haven't
reveal.
seen this
Yeah, on reveal, destroy each card here with less power than this.
guy. Ah,
So pretty cool Dracula
Nakia,
killer.
Nakia, and Forge.
Yeah. And destroy Dracula is what this card should read.
Poor discard. Discards against we got Spider Ham, and now we got the Death Girl,
uh,
whatever the hell.
yeah.
All
So
right, it was a fun deck while they had their couple months there.
so there's her. I am undecided on her. I don't know, and I don't know if she's going to be a Series 5 or Series 4. That I don't know actually. We should probably look that up, but um I don't know if she's going to be good or if she's going to be complete crap.
My
Uh
first instinct is complete crap.
Me too,
Uh,
but I don't know.
but I could see maybe a destroy deck being really good, because destroy only has like really 3 cards that other than like turn 6 ones.
Uh-huh.
So like what, like Deadpool, like you kill your Deadpool, I guess, but it's a 5 cost. So I mean, turn 4 Deadpool, you kill uh I don't know, the squirrels and stuff, powers up your death. So if you get some kind of synergy where you're lowering your death, you're powering up your null, you're killing your Deadpool, and you disrupt your opponent, maybe that's where I could see the potential there.
Yeah. And like maybe I mean, it's destroy cards here with less power than this. So as it stands, it's any card that has 2 or 1 or 0 power.
Yeah, like Thanos, like you played in Thanos, the destroy, I guess, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But it's
Mhm.
destroying the enemy cards too, right? So
Yeah,
Like you're blowing up their stones if you're playing against Thanos. You're blowing up like it's a Dracula counter straight up. So if Dracula gets out of control, this is the card to check it.
Mhm.
I don't know what the meta is going to be. Mid August. So I don't know if it's going to be great or not. And I don't know
Sounds
how
sounds really bad to me at first
and
sight.
I
Yeah.
don't know how consistent it's going to be. Like, are you going to waste a forge on turn 4 to make this a 5/5 and blow up what?
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
don't know what you're blowing up. That's yeah, exactly.
So you have her, which just seems cool. So
Mhm,
maybe with like other cards and stuff, like there'll be a way to make her really good. Who knows?
mhm.
But I
Shuri,
yeah, like this is yes. Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. It would destroy the
Nakia, and you Nakia on 3, Shuri 4, and then play her on 5.
it
That's
would just
that's a
destroy
that's
the
a 5/8. You're wiping out the lane
yeah
on turn 5.
yeah.
But they're not
Yeah.
gonna be playing on your Shuri lane, so I don't
Uh,
know.
Cherry on 5, her on 6.
Oh, yeah, true. That's targeted. That makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like that one.
that could be cool.
Yeah.
So you have her, you have Modoc, and you have Stature.
Oof.
I give this a 1 out of 5.
Uno. Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't think there's anything more to say. Like I if you like Black Bolt Stature decks, that's good for you. That's no reason to waste your spotlight caches on this. Buy Stature for 3,000 tokens.
I think there's a bigger question at hand with a bundle like this. Are we ever going to get more series drops in the future? Because
Mhm.
once they did the spotlight cache, I think we will because they're going to keep putting
Yes.
cards out, right?
Yeah. No, they 100% will. They're going to.
Yeah. So I think,
They just need a big enough pool of
yeah.
cards in these so that so they can keep putting them out.
Okay, that's what I thought too. So I'm looking at this, and I think Modoc and Stature are candidates to eventually drop in the future. Like I don't think these cards
Yeah.
are going to stay 3K forever.
Yeah.
I think is Modoc a 6K? Modoc might be 6K now. Still,
I don't
I don't know if they made him a big bad still, but
I
uh,
don't remember.
probably not honestly. So yeah, I mean, and in and of itself, they're not like super great cards. Like they're pretty good. Like Modoc's obviously, if you're to discard, like you love discard, but then it's just like just buy Modoc. You don't need Stature or Destroy Girl or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
um, just get your Modoc and move on.
Yeah, if
Um,
you're like a huge discard enthusiast, I would just
yeah,
buy Modoc with tokens. And if
yeah,
you're a huge discard enthusiast, you already have Modoc. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
yeah. By now you have them for sure. So
Yeah.
yeah, you would have
Like
bought the
it
season pass. Yeah, that would have been the better purchase.
yeah, as it stands today, for me, I would not dream of wasting any spotlight caches on this week.
Yeah, that's a one. That's a one for me as well.
Yeah. And the
Mhm,
variants aren't even that good, I don't think.
mhm.
The statue one's like a cat.
Yeah, it sucks.
Modoc's a baby one. Like it's kind of cute, but like it's not worth a
No, the other
spotlight
one's
cache.
better. Yeah.
And this Lady Deathstrike mech, it looks like a mech one or something. Looks kind of
Honestly, they
cool,
all
but
suck. Yeah, they all suck.
I know. um, this week, August
Mm.
21st, August 28th. Um, I think this is a pretty so X23. This is the card I'm the most excited for coming up in the next month. I think it's for me personally easily the best card of next month. Do you know what it is?
No, can you read it?
Oh, all right. Wait to hear this. It's a 1/2.
Okay.
When this is discarded or destroyed,
Mhm.
regenerate it at a random location and you get +1 energy next turn.
Ooh,
It's a 1 drop.
nice.
Yeah. Discarded or destroyed. So you can even play like a Colleen Wing in a destroy deck and get
Yeah,
those 2/4 stats and discard this, to get an extra energy and it goes onto the board like Wolverine
that's super interesting.
and you get another energy next turn. So
Mhm.
you get the sweet stat line of Colleen Wing and you can play like this. You can play like Colleen Wing and Swarm and this in a destroy deck.
And
Uh,
Wolverine. And
yeah.
Wolverine.
Yeah, he a lot of times goes in destroy decks anyway.
Mhm.
So I was messing around before just theory crafting like destroy discard hybrids. Man, yeah.
My brain
It's
immediately went to Hella.
yeah.
Well, so you call in, you destroy her, and Hella's like half the deck is 6 drops. So then you play a 6 drop on 5 and then hell on 6.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's gonna be a really cool card.
Mhm,
So I think this card's sick.
mhm,
Um, I'll really debate spending 6K tokens if she's a 6K.
mhm.
But you have this X23, which to me seems like a great card.
Cool card, yeah.
Obviously, it's not out yet. We don't know if this is going to be the final iteration, but it seems to be. Then you have Nebula, probably one of, if not the best one drop in the game.
Mhm.
And then Silk, which is honestly a good two drop. It's good.
Yeah, it's like a pretty good 2 drop, I would say.
It's pretty good. It's not a meme. It's not bad. It's pretty
Mhm.
good. Like
Yeah,
one of the better ones.
definitely, yeah.
Not the best, but one of the better ones.
Mhm,
And you got a stupid Chibi Nebula variant, which I'd be
mhm.
sad to pull that. I'm not into the Chibis. I don't know about you, but I don't like
I
them.
like some of them. I like the Sarah one a lot.
Some are okay, but for the most
Sarah
part, like
Sarah is like, I love it.
yeah, Silk sick variant. I don't know. I like this variant. It looks sick.
Mhm,
And then the X23 variant looks like a mech too.
mhm.
So I don't know what I'll give this. Okay, if you have none of the cards, probably 3.5.
Yeah. That's,
Like,
close to what I would rate it. I was gonna say 4.
yeah, yeah,
'Cause I like all 3 cards quite a bit. I think honestly, I think Silk is probably the weakest out of these 3
yeah.
cards.
And
Just,
Silk is good.
someone who's played a good amount of Silk too.
Yeah,
I think she's pretty good, but you're getting Nebula and just a really cool, almost new archetypey kinda like it's a ramp card, like, it's a new
hmm
ramp card. There's only 2 ramp cards and like, or I got Psylocke, so there's 3 ramp cards in the game, right? But this is a 1 cost ramp card, but you have to destroy her. I don't know, super, super interesting. I don't know if it's good.
or discard her.
Yeah, just discard, destroy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're playing her with Deadpool. Actually, just in a destroy deck, straight up, I think is
Yes.
probably the best home for her because
Yep.
that has so many good 6 drops.
Yep.
So if you could destroy her on 4, then I think that's what you're gonna aim to do personally.
But you could do it multiple times.
Oh, oh God,
It's like
I didn't,
Wolverine.
yeah, I
It's
didn't even
like
notice it.
Wolverine. She doesn't gain power like Wolverine, but she gets regenerated to a random location like Wolverine, and you get +1 energy the next turn.
It's arguably better than generating 2 power.
I
Getting 1
know.
energy a turn is much better than 2 power a turn.
Yeah. But like okay, it sounds cracked on paper, and it probably is a little bit, but
Yeah.
you got to think too, like how many times can you do this a game? Two, three, maybe two is going to be the average, right? Like, which is still pretty sweet.
Yeah, but just think about it though. Say you do it once, right?
Yeah,
I play her on 4 and alongside Carnage or whatever.
yeah,
Then on 5, I play Null. And
yep,
then on 6, I play Arnim Zola
yeah,
on my Null.
yeah,
And that was just with one XXS or whatever, X2S.
yep,
Like, it's ridiculous. That's crazy. You're
yeah,
probably playing Magic in a deck like that, so you could pop off. You could have 8 power on 7. Uh, yeah, man, this is wild.
yeah. Cheating mana is going to be ridiculous. Her
I didn't
like,
realize you could do it multiple times. That's insane.
yeah, you can
Because
even
just
throw a
one, just
prop.
one's like pretty good for 1 drop.
Yeah, and you can like scam out 5 drops again on turn 4. You destroy her on
Mhm.
3. There's your
Yeah,
Prof X on 4.
yeah.
Throw the
So I,
Prof
th- I
X in
think I
whatever
think that's a
lane.
I think it's a 4 out of 10. I like all 3 cards. Yeah, like I said, Silk being kind of the weak link. But if I had to rate Silk as a card, I'd say it's like a 3 out of 5 card. Nebula is a 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'd
Uh,
say Nebula's a 5.
yeah, probably 5, but just because she's a 1 drop, I guess would be my only, and Killmonger, all this shit. But
Yeah,
XXS doesn't care about Killmonger at all. So
X23.
sorry, I can't see.
It's okay.
Michael Jordan over here
Yeah,
is actually counters Killmonger in a way, which is kind of nice.
yeah. You could Killmonger it yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, this card is gonna be a ton of fun, and I hope it doesn't get nerfed. And like, it
Mhm.
seems like it's such a cool mechanic. This is like one of the only cards that like at 6K that's not a big bad that I would probably like almost immediately buy.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be 6K. So yeah, this is where see, I was like, do I do my spotlight caches? I don't know if I would do a spotlight cache here because I don't want this Nebula variant. The Silk variant's cool, but like I don't really care that much about
Yeah, for us, we're saying if you don't have the cards, yeah,
No, I know, I
I
know.
think at least a 4, yeah,
Yeah, if you don't have the cards, this is a fire week.
yeah,
This is the best one. I say this is probably the best one since this week, which has Darkhawk,
mhm,
High Evo, and
yeah,
uh, Legion.
mhm.
Um, End of August, early September, uh, we have the Silver Samurai, which is a 4/5 on
Mhm.
reveal. Each player discards the lowest power card from their hand. So
Oh,
Black Bolt was the other guy discards their lowest cost card. This each player discards the lowest power card.
well, you can combo him with X-23,
Yep.
yeah.
With Swarm, with X-23, with
Yeah,
Wolverine.
mhm. I
So
mean,
he's an
you may as well throw Stature in that deck then, may as well
that's
throw Black Bolt Stature in
exactly.
that deck.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
another stature enabler.
mhm,
As 4 drop, so Zabu.
mhm.
Seems like a pretty cool card.
This card's spicy, man. This is gonna make, this
Yeah.
deck's gonna be kind of obnoxious to play against because they're probably gonna play Moon Knight too, and,
Yeah, oh yeah.
you might not get to play the game against this deck. Because they're hitting 3 cards in your hand,
Yeah.
yeah.
Moon Girl on 4.
Oh god.
um but yeah, so this seems like a cool card. I think this one's 6K and so there's Silver Samurai, there's Kitty Pride, and there's
Mm,
Spider-Man 2099.
mm.
So if I had to rate this on 5, I would say 2.
Yeah, my first instinct was 3, but, I love the discard stuff, a lot.
Yeah.
So, I'm kinda like you like Galactus, I really like the discard stuff. Um, I don't know how good it would be, but, I would love to mess around with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, Kitty Pride is just in the bundle. Like, Kitty Pride's unbelievable card still, even, post all the bounce nerfs, she's still ridiculous.
Yeah.
And, yeah, 2099, I haven't been able to make them work yet, but I still like the card. It's still fun,
Yeah.
so,
I
uh,
wanna mess around with him more now, actually, speaking of him. Now
yeah,
that Ghost Spider is a 1 drop.
yeah, mhm,
So turn 5, you can destroy something.
mhm,
It's pretty sweet.
yeah.
Um, if we're going by variants alone, this bundle's a 5 out of 5. These variants are sick.
Mhm,
See this Kitty Pride one?
yeah,
And
that's
Spider-Man
awesome.
29 looks sick too.
Mhm,
Um, but yeah, I mean, Spider-Man 2099, not great to spend spotlight caches on. This is a card I would wait to drop to Series 3 before picking him up. Kitty Pride, yeah, still really good. I've seen Bounce fall off a cliff. I mean, maybe just because stuff gets nerfed and that's just kind of what people do.
yeah,
I
I
still
wanna play
think she's
other
I
things,
still
yeah,
think she's a really good card.
mhm.
Um, but we assume that, not a lot of people have all these cards. Like, we're assuming if you have none of these cards, but like everyone a month ago got this card for free, right? Maybe it was a month and a half, 2 months ago, whatever
Oh,
it was.
yeah,
There's a
yeah.
ton of people that have this card, which I think
My
drops the
bad, yeah.
value.
And with the nerf, you're right. So, yeah, you're right. 2, definitely 2. You're right.
That's why I said it too. Like if nobody had if they didn't give everyone Kitty Pride for free, then I think this is a 3 for sure.
You're
But
right.
since
It's actually even pushing 1 now that you bring all this up. Yeah. This is a 2 push, maybe 1.
and Silver Samurai could be insane, could be good, and could
Yeah.
be all right, could be not
Or
that good.
could be bad even.
So
Yeah.
the
I mean,
the unknown for me is like it could be unreal, it could be an amazing card. It
well,
seems
just think
like
about Moon Knight. Nobody would say Moon Knight's a good card, right?
yeah, I
I
wouldn't.
don't think anyone would say he's even above average card. I don't think
Yeah,
he's like Punisher bad, but he's not like a good card.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's it for this. And then the last one that we have that's been released is the beginning of the Loki season. So it's all not no new cards because the week Loki got released. You
Mhm.
have Jeff the Big Bad, September 4th, which is why I bought him early. You have Ghost Spider and Null. So Null repeat, Ghost Spider, and then Jeff. Um, assuming you have none of these cards, I would rate this bundle. Oh, man, this is tough. This is
Want me
tough
to say
because
mine first?
yeah, because Jeff's so good, it's throwing me off.
To me, it's a 4.
Yeah, you
I
think
think
so?
Null is really cool, fun card for destroy.
Yeah,
You're not going to use her in even every destroy deck,
yeah,
but cool card. Just in a vacuum, I think Ghost Spider's sick,
yeah,
especially at 1. Ridiculous card,
yeah,
and Jeff is insane. So you
yeah,
get 2 really good cards, and then Null, which is like a pretty damn good card. It's
yeah.
just now the fact that we did the first one that had Evil and Darkhawk in it, yeah, I'm kind of jaded. I'm debating giving this a 5 as well, but it's just there's not Evo and Darkhawk in here, so I can't.
Yeah, this is
Uh,
not as this is I don't this is not even close to that bundle, I don't think.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't think it's even close.
Well, Jeff is. I mean, you could argue Jeff is maybe
Yeah,
better
I
than
know.
all the cards in that bundle, straight up,
Yeah, I know.
just on his own.
Yeah.
Like
That's
because
why I'm like
Evil just got nerfed, and Darkhawk's been nerfed a bunch of times. So,
for
um,
me, I guess it really depends on your play style. Because for me, like, okay, Jeff's a no-brainer.
mhm,
I would almost spend the 4 to get Jeff, and if you don't want to spend the 6K tokens and you have 4 spotlight caches saved up, I mean, save up for this one if you're not buying anything else
mhm,
in the month, because Jeff is worth it.
mhm,
And Ghost Spider, I think Ghost Spider is a sick card. I
mhm,
do. I think she's yet to find her place in this meta
mhm,
right now. I think she will as a one drop. And Null is an awesome card as well, but very niche. Like Ghost
mhm,
Spider right now is niche. Null is very niche for sure.
mhm.
So because these are two kind of niche-ish cards, I do think they're very good. If it's not something you're gonna play, or if you don't have the cards like to make decks with with these cards, then maybe it's not worth getting. But I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
for Jeff alone, if like you just want Jeff, just roll, get 4, spend 4 caches.
I just don't see Ghost Spider as niche as a 1-2. I think we're gonna realize in the next week or two.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
people are playing around with Legion now, and that's
yeah,
great. But people are gonna remember that they moved this card to 1 cost. It was really good at 2 cost,
yes,
and
yeah,
like if you're playing just any amount of move in your deck, um, Ghost Spider's auto include. I think in all of them, maybe the best move card in the game. So.
yeah.
Um,
I
I
agree.
like if you're playing just even a small move package, it's gonna include Ghost Spider, and if you're playing an actual move deck, then the card absolutely pops off like crazy. Like you said, 2099, all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah,
So even Phoenix Force combos with that if you like that style. So
yeah,
like I said, that would be like a mini move package. With Phoenix Force, you're definitely playing 1-2 Ghost Spider in there with
yeah,
multiple man. Move them around a bunch of times, whatever, right?
yeah.
So to me, I think Jeff and Ghost Spider are both really, really good cards, and Null's like kind of a fun, nice card that I've actually played quite a bit of that, weirdly. So
Null's great.
yeah, I like her,
These, are-
or him,
yeah,
and yeah.
these are all really
Mhm.
good cards. Jeff is one of the best cards in the game, if not the best.
Yeah.
And can go in any deck. Is you know, I don't know. I give this. Yeah, I probably give this a 4 as well.
Mhm.
I was just like the nicheness of, for me, Ghost Spider and all. I know
Yeah.
that Ghost Spider is
And we do meme,
probably
but
going to be better.
there's no actual big bad, right?
Yeah.
Like it's nice to get a big bad, like with the Thanos Galactus or the the High Evil one, where
Yeah.
they're gonna be 6K forever. You get that value forever, right? So
Yeah.
you don't get it with this deck or
If
this.
okay, I'll put it this way: if this was this week's
Mhm,
spotlight variant, spotlight cash, I would have rolled 4 to try and get
mhm,
Jeff, and I would
yeah.
have stopped once I got Jeff.
Mhm,
So that's what I would advise people to do. If you like really want Jeff and you have 4 caches, roll for Jeff and stop when you get Jeff.
mhm.
Unless because they just had Null too in one of these spotlight caches, makes this worse. Like he was just in the first one.
Yeah, we're again assuming you don't have null. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm assuming that didn't even exist, and
Yeah.
you never got her.
So that's it. That's it so far.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Mhm,
But I think this week's is the best. So
mhm,
if you have 4 saved, roll this week. Every card is good. But again, when you're rolling for these caches, just make sure that when you're rolling, you have 4 spotlight caches.
Mhm.
Don't take risks and waste, you're getting 1,000 tokens and then you're gonna be sad.
Mhm.
Um, all right, that was pretty that was pretty sick. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's go into next thing that we're gonna talk about. We've never done this before. I'm pretty excited for it.
Mhm.
Our favorite cards at each cost. I know Cozy and Alex do this once in a while, and it seemed really fun. And I'm like, dude, I want to do this. Our favorite
Yeah, this is
cards
the
right now. What
we're
we're
talking a
having
lot
fun.
about having fun, like Legion's
Yeah,
fun, like, we're it's a game. Games are supposed to be fun.
yeah,
So, let's get into it. Let's talk about cards that, we're having fun with.
yeah. What are we having fun with right now?
Mhm.
Um, one cost. We don't go zero cost. Wasp.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Go for it. Go
Sure.
do your
Okay,
one.
I'll go first. Just kind of backing off the last bundle there. I got Ghost Spider at one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I think she's cracked, man. I think she's cracked at one. This card's nuts.
Yeah,
I've talked about it in the last pod. I don't talk about it too much. Try her out. If maybe you don't agree, maybe you agree, but I just think the effect, in this game, you have three locations, the ability to move a card very easily targeted, not situational at all, at will is just crazy for a 1/2.
yeah. No, I agree. I,
Mhm.
Ghost Spider is a fun card. The only reason why I didn't pick Ghost Spider is I haven't really played too much Ghost Spider this week. I've been, if I could pick all the all the Infinity Stones, that'd
Mhm.
be my one drop.
Yeah.
Um, but I kind of have two, and I don't know if we're allowed to do two, but I have two.
Mhm.
One is just like Old Faithful Nebula. That's the boring one. I
So
do
good.
have fun playing Nebula. I love getting it on turn one, and just throwing it in the random lane, and that random lane is like, Sanctorum or whatever.
Nebula's
It,
still a rock star, still overstated by one.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a good card. I have, even though you don't do anything with the card, I like having it. It's a fun card. When
Mhm.
I get it, I'm like, yeah, it's a little dopamine rush.
Mhm.
But my like fun card, the card I'm having a lot of fun with this week is Deadpool. I've
Mhm.
been trying a lot of, oh god, I played too much Destroy, but even him and like Thanos Destroy, just, I love destroying him and finding ways to get him huge.
Yeah, I've been playing against Deadpool a decent amount, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot of those ones flying
Yeah,
around.
he's coming.
Um, Two, I'll start off with two. This is an easy
Mhm.
one for me, and it might just be in the honeymoon phase, But Jeff the
Mhm.
Baby Land Shark.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so good. He's
So good.
so good. He's
Yeah,
so good. It's not even close.
yeah,
It's every single. Yeah, I can almost throw him in every single deck. I
yeah.
can find a way to put him in every single deck. The only decks I really haven't put him in are like really like just straight up destroy decks.
Mhm.
But like every other deck, I feel like I want him in there. Any sort of lane control, I want him in there, and I'm never sad drawing him, and I'm always finding a way to play him.
Mhm.
It's a great card, and it's like, and knowing that like when your opponent does something, they think they have you beat, you just throw Jeff down. It's a great
Mhm.
feeling.
Yeah, I have no objections. I mean, we've been ranting about Jeff for a month now. I mean, he's crazy, man.
I finally got him, so I'm like now I'm
Yeah,
like really really abusing him.
yeah, and you had the Prof X thing. I mean, just yeah, Storm, everything. Even if you don't, like you say, don't play it with the synergy, like just the ability to move anywhere is unbelievable.
Yeah,
It comes up way more than you would think after reading the card.
yeah.
I put another kind of broken two cost card. Of course, I don't know how you would nerf Jeff, but I put Spider Ham.
Yeah, I was debating Spider Ham.
Man, this card's nuts, man.
He is.
It's funny because we had him as a 1/1, and everybody said, "Well, I wonder if they'll change the thing where you get to look at the opponent's card." And because that would be the nerf, that would make sense, right? And then
Yeah,
you debate: do I put Spider Ham? Do I put Iceman? But they didn't. They didn't change that. It still exists, and yeah, it costs two, but okay, now you get that amazing effect for two too. I mean, whatever, man. It's like Daredevil gives you information as a 2/2. Spider Ham does as well, and disrupts your opponent.
yeah,
So yeah, man, this card's nuts. It still feels really, really good to play on two, like
yeah. I
or
I
or on
almost
three, or on four, or on five. I mean, awesome card.
I almost feel like this wasn't a nerf. It
Yeah.
was just a change, and
Yeah.
I think he's still just as good.
It does feel like that playing him
Like,
for sure.
I don't feel like he's worse.
It's a nerf to bounce, let's be honest.
Yeah,
It's a nerf to
yes,
bounce.
yes, yes,
That's what it
yes.
is.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can't beast him, make him 0, play another 0,
yeah,
Falcon, play another 0, right? With your hit
yeah,
monkey. I mean, so
yeah.
yeah.
Nerf to bounce, but not to the card.
Yeah, but the card is still awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think
And
he's
and you're
still
still playing it in bounce, let's be honest, right?
yeah, and he's
Really?
still fun as hell.
Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, 3 drop, go. You're up.
Okay, I got like I said, I got a little bit of a theme going with my
Oh,
list.
nice.
5 out of the 6 cards have one thing in common. So I put Magic. I mean, it's obvious, but
Oh yeah, Magic's a good
yeah.
one.
Yeah, man, she's crazy as a 3/2. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, I know when people were kind of proposing, how do we buff Magic? Maybe make it so you could play her on 4 or 5, or whatever, right? Change it to 4 cost. Well, she's a
Yeah,
3 cost now, so it's like, this is turbocharged Magic. They did bring her power down 1, which doesn't really matter because it went down 2 costs. So massive buff to this card. I actually liked her at 3/5. I thought she was an average card as a 3/5.
five
A lot of
three.
people thought she was one of the worst cards in the game, and I think I saw a lot of metrics where she was like 41% win rate or something. But
Yeah,
I didn't have that experience with the card. I think if you're playing heavy combo, you know when to retreat, and you know when you're gonna pop off. You can win a ton of cubes even with 3/5 Magic. So 3/2 is like phenomenal.
yeah. You
Mhm.
mean 5-3, right? You were saying 3-5.
Sorry, did I say 3/5? Because I'm
Oh,
thinking Mr. Negative. She's a 3/5.
oh, yes. You and your negative. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good
Yeah.
one. Taking the meta by storm.
Mhm.
And it's kind of cool to see Magic everywhere in the thing. And Legion coming out is just a direct nerf to all this Magic because it's getting turned off a lot
I'm
more.
happy. I'm happy because I honestly think you took a pretty decent card and buffed the shit out of it. So I'm
Yeah.
happy there's a counter out right now.
I love this change. I like
Yeah.
playing it for like however long, was a week now almost.
Mhm.
I love this change. I think it brings a lot of spice to the meta. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's good in Surfer, and then also Cerebro too. It gets a new card, a
Mhm.
new location control.
Oh yeah,
Um,
and just quick, I did honorable mention like you did with the one.
yeah.
If you asked me this 2 weeks ago, I would say Shadow King. I was having a lot of fun with Shadow King when Kitty
Shadow
Bounce
King's
was
good.
was the shit. So
Yeah.
just throw that out there too. But yeah,
My 3 drop is the good boy Lockjaw.
oh the good boy.
There's something about these RNG decks that are just like targeted RNG that like you do the math and
Mhm,
a lot of times it works out for you.
mhm,
So throw a wasp in there and get like Magneto out and completely screw them over.
mhm.
Um, it's so much fun to me. I love just throwing stuff in Lockjaw and seeing what's coming out. You know, sometimes you pull the high evo and you cry. But yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this card, and yeah, there's nothing more to say about him. He's great. He's a good
Yeah, I
boy.
love Lockjaw. It was my second purchase in the token shop after Mystique, and
Mhm.
yeah, cards fire.
Yeah, my honorable. I have an honorable mention on this one. I think it's my last honorable mention. I'll stop
Yeah,
doing it so I don't pick every card.
mhm.
Venom
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
destroy. Just like he's so good. You just have so much fun with him.
3/3 Venoms feels real nice.
It
Feels
feels
really
real.
really strong.
Oh, feels so good, and especially when you Shuri Nimrod, you get to Venom that lane.
Mm,
It's 12 plus 2 is 14. He gets 17 power in that one lane.
yeah,
So that one lane stays 17 power, and then you're getting 2 12 Nimrods going to the other lane.
yeah,
You know, and then if you like Carnage one of the other ones too, then it's just like it's crazy.
yeah.
29 in the other lane. So it's yeah, he feels really good. I love him at this power. Yeah, he's my honorable mention.
Mhm.
No more honorable mentions for me.
No, same. I'm out of
4.
honorables as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Oh crap! I think I have more honorable mentions. Damn it. Never mind. That's fine. I just can't. I can't decide.
All right.
Um,
What's your four?
4 drop is where is he? The lad.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He's just such a good card,
yeah. He's
man.
great. Yeah.
He was last week's spotlight cash. Like if you didn't have lad, he would have been a good pickup to have.
Mhm,
Um, okay. First of all, 4/6 is a great. You don't feel bad about having a 4/6.
mhm.
And then Zabu, could be a 3/6, and then he copies your deck's top card.
Mhm.
So he just can be OP as hell. Darkhawks, Professor X's, Dinos, anything. It's amazing. I love this card. He's so much fun.
Yeah.
Again, like the RNG that's like targeted, but like you have a statistically good chance to hit something nice. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, you're either playing a lad deck, you're playing a lockjaw deck. It's designed to synergize with those cards, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't like the RNG where like you're relying on specific cards to draw. I don't like that kind of RNG.
yeah.
I like the RNG like when you get a card, you play it, and then you have you target a chance for something really nice and cool to happen. I like that.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, and so even I played him in Thanos lists as well. Even
Yeah.
just him getting a stone is sick
Mhm.
because you get a card draw.
Yeah. Yeah, and if
Yeah.
you get time stone or something, it's like ridiculous, right?
Yeah, yeah, or
Yeah.
like Soul
Even
Stone,
Soulstone's
all of
kind
them.
of like
They're
nice
all
value.
ridiculous. Reality
Soulstone, you get a
Stones,
draw and minus power. I mean,
yeah,
pretty nice.
Mind Stone, you're drawing 2 of your stones,
Yeah.
which one of them could be, which is the Mind Stone, which is the next one.
Mhm.
Reality Stone's the only one that can bone you, but
Yeah, power's not great either, but yeah.
yeah, power sucks. But I've had a 30 power Thanos before because of that.
That's actually hilarious.
It was sick on Sinister London.
Oh my gosh.
It's so 30 power in 2
That's
lanes.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's just game
Um,
winning right there, yeah.
yeah, it was game winning. Like I had no like I felt bad for him. He had no idea.
Mhm.
And I didn't really know the interaction worked that way. I didn't know they stack
Yeah.
until
You were
like
happy with 20
he
anyway, right?
un- yeah, until I saw the
Yeah,
30 in my hand. I'm like, "Oh
yeah.
wow, this is ridiculous."
Oh,
Who's your
okay,
4?
my 4 and, same with, the other 3 cards. All cards that have had their cost changed recently and are now this cost, they all feel like new cards to me. And so, number
Yeah.
4 is, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, man. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's great, man.
He's sick.
Three 6 drops. You don't always play them, but just adding 3 cards to the hand is pretty crazy. Like Agent 13, Cable, like you add one, it's like it's all right. It's nice. But when the all 3 come in and like it totally changes like your entire hand. You get like a Subterranea game, like you get these kind of BS. It's all rocks. It's not all rocks when you got Nick Fury. So
Yeah.
it's a fun card, crazy synergy with all kinds of stuff, including Zabu now, which is just ridiculous. So yeah, a lot of fun, and actually wins me a lot of games on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a great. I gotta play more of
Mhm.
him. I don't really play him that
No, this
much.
is my first time. Yeah,
Um,
since the change, I've really like messed with him for sure, and I'm loving it for sure.
yeah, I gotta maybe I'll play your list,
Mhm.
soon because I love these kind of this kind of RNG is fun too, just to see what you get,
Yeah.
kind of thing. You don't have to play with it, but
Mhm.
it's fun. That's why I love Colson. He's great.
Yeah.
Nice. 5. What you got for 5?
So 5, I put Doc Ock.
Nice.
Yeah, Doc Ock's just like in a non-Galactus, just playing Doc Ock just to kind of play him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You get a bunch of information. You're probably losing the lane, but you just totally wreck your opponent's game plan. And it's still 10 power, so if you don't pull a Shang, then you could just still win the lane on 6, and they can't do anything about it because their lane's clogged. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. It just it never feels good to get Doc Ock. We all know when we played through the Galactus meta what it's like to get Doc Ock. So I just thought, why not play around with the card? Why not just start throwing him in some decks that maybe he doesn't even like play him in Surfer, for example, instead of Sarah.
Yeah.
Is that not like a
Yeah.
higher impact instead of just playing an extra 3 drop? And it turns out, in a lot of cases, it is, and it's pretty sick. So, yeah, I like
Yeah.
this card a lot.
And even like Lambie said too, like there's so many combo centric decks now
Mhm.
that like he just messes those up.
Yeah.
You want to dump your stuff on 6? Nope, not him.
I think he messes all
You
decks up. I mean, just four
Yeah, oh
four
yeah,
cards out of your hand is crazy. Like you need to. It's a card game, like you said. It's 12 cards. That's a third of your
yeah,
deck just getting yanked out. Like you do need to play cards in the card game, and he erases all of them. Well, he puts them all on the board, so he doesn't erase them.
yeah,
But and sometimes it backfires. But I feel like 70 to 80% of the time, it's like really good for you.
yeah.
Mhm.
Another so to piggyback on your surfer
Mhm.
comment of replacing Sarah, there's another card that people have been replacing Sarah with,
Mhm.
and it's actually mine, not my 5 cost card that
Oh.
I've been having fun with. The boy,
Oh, yeah.
Spider
Yeah,
Man.
he's like
I've been playing, yeah, I've been playing a lot more Lockdown too on
Yeah.
top of my Destroy, and he's just like,
Mhm.
he's so good to
Mhm.
play. It's just such a nice Gotham when you play him, and you kind of bait them to play in the other lanes, and then you just whip a Spider Man out of nowhere,
Mhm.
and it feels so nice when you know you have that lane one.
Yeah, definitely
He's just great.
nerf to Evo by moving him to 5 because you don't get the float on 5,
Yeah,
but, he was always a 5 power card, like, let's just be honest, he's always been a 5 power card, so, other
yeah,
than, some niche interactions with, Spider-Man into Prof X or whatever, right? Like, something like that, or, uh,
yeah.
yeah, so,
And the my honorable mention, Nimrod.
yeah, the boy.
I have so much fun playing this card. Anytime I play him,
Mhm.
he's so much fun. That's the avatar I use all the time. I love it. The neon
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, same, yeah.
And I'm in Nimrod garb
Yeah,
today.
you are Nimrod.
I'm pink.
You are the
Yeah.
Nimrod today. I am become
I am the
Nimrod,
Nimrod now. Yes.
destroyer of Kirby's.
Yes. Let me turn my light on. Sorry. There we go.
So, I guess my 6, I think?
Yeah, you said Doc Ock. I can go.
Okay, go ahead.
Unless you want to go for it if you want. I don't care.
Okay, so I don't know. So I clicked. So this is a little bit cheating, but I clicked 6 plus, and this
No, 6 plus. Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah.
card came up. So I put death as mine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great. Nice. You've been playing Death a lot?
but I mess around with destroy. I still like destroy. It's fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. The 8 power death specifically just feels really nice. Um, I thought she was fine at 9 power, but it feels like a really good card, kind of similar to your Venom pick, where it just feels really nice now. It feels strong, and I think she's in a really good spot at 812.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I play Death all the time. I like having her in destroy lists. A lot of destroy lists have cut her,
Mhm.
but I still think she's great, especially if you're playing destroy Thanos. All right, we're back after the internet crashed for whatever reason. Uh, 6K modem here. Someone picked up the phone. Um, so yeah, a lot of people have been cutting Death. I've seen in the destroy list, but I still think she's really good, and it's really nice to have a 0 power Death on turn 6,
Yeah.
especially as a surprise factor.
Mhm.
And if you're playing Thanos destroy list, although it's not the best destroy list in the world, there's probably other better ones, but I think it's an auto include because you're always destroying the stones, and she's 0 all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what
So
what do you got? What do you got at 6?
okay, this one's obvious, so I had to pick I had to pick another audible mention here. So
Mhm.
Thanos, man, obviously this
Mhm.
guy is just I just play him, been playing him all the time this past couple weeks,
Yeah,
and
that's great though.
he's so sick. I love
Yeah.
him. I don't have a variant for him, which is why I will spend a spotlight cash to get a variant for him. That's a sick exclusive variant.
True. True.
I love this card. Just the depth that he brings to the game, the amount of times you have to actually use your head and think about what stone you're gonna play where.
Mhm.
And just he makes the game way less linear every time you're playing him.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
some decks where you just have a specific line and you know exactly what you're gonna do. You kind of do that with Thanos decks, but there's a lot more lines that come up, so it makes the game less. Not that the game's boring, but it makes it more so that you have to think a little more.
Yeah, I mean, you got 17 cards, right, instead of 12, right? Like
Yeah,
it's way more decisions to make, honestly.
yeah, and it's just I like that. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Um, my honorable mention actually is Arnim Zola. Uh,
Oh, okay.
played Arnim in a lot of destroy lists, and it's just been so much fun playing this card, and it's no one expects it. I haven't been countered in a long, long time. Arnim Zola, you know,
Only
mind
time I
you,
expect it is in like Ramp or Black Panther.
yeah, I was gonna say, mind you, I'm not just throwing out Black Panther
Yeah.
and on an empty lane. That's
Mhm.
very obvious.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a destroy shell, if you ramp out null on 5 somehow, or you have magic in destroy list now, I have a destroy list with magic in it. You
Mhm.
could play Null on 6 and then Arnhem on 7. Arnhem
Yeah.
Deadpool on 7. And it's like ridiculous. You play Deadpool depending on how high you got him. You could play him in the Arnhem lane and you might not lose that lane, you know.
Yeah, this could
So,
be the card that breaks the X-23 card. Like I could
yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Because it's already a ramp, kind of a ramp card in a way, right? If you can,
Yeah.
hit a 6 drop. So
Yeah.
yeah. With Magic too, like you said, like yeah, I can see this thing popping off when that card comes out. But it already pops off now, so it's pretty sick card for sure.
Yeah. So it's just a ton of fun, this card. Um but yeah, those are mine. Those are yours. Those are good. Those are good ones. It's good for this week.
Nice.
We should do this.
Yeah,
We
that
should
was
do this
fun.
one, every month or something.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. It's easy too because it's just fun. We don't have to think about all the cards and
Yeah.
weigh them and rank them and stuff. It's just cards we
No,
like.
exactly.
Mhm,
Exactly. So yeah, man. I think that's good.
mhm.
So YouTube at the Super Snap Bros. If you want to see me on Twitter, I post not often, but I creep a lot. The kid _ snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. This podcast is on every podcasting platform, basically. So yeah, no big deal. What you gotta say? How's married life treating you?
It's good, man. It's the same, but it's nice to not have to plan weddings and just be able to live life and
Yeah,
enjoy life. It's nice. I'm really enjoying it, honestly.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe might not be a podcast next week. I'm traveling starting August 1st. Maybe we'll record one on Monday, like a quick one or something. That way we can put something out. We'll see. It'll be sooner, but that's all right.
Do a quick 10-minute top Legion combo podcast.
Yeah. So maybe.
Top Legion lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe Monday we'll do a quick one or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll have a full one because I'll be gone out of the country. All right, that's it.
Okay.
Keep legioning, keep storming, flooding, Galactus 2.0. Yay, yay.
Peace.
Peace.